Hi everyone, welcome to my presentation. I am Alfred Lake, a student at the University of West Indies Mona campus. So today I will be discussing and focusing on epistemology and looking into the theory of justified true belief. Now, epistemology is the philosophical study of knowledge. It looks into the very nature of knowledge. What is knowledge and how can it be defined? For many centuries, philosophers try to define what is knowledge. It sounds simple, what knowledge, but it is difficult actually to explain and to define what is really knowledge. So the Western tradition came to define knowledge as justified true belief. So the justified true belief theory was devised as an answer to the philosophy of epistemology. So justified true belief has been widely accepted as the criteria for knowledge. Some say, as far back as the works of Plato. So as I said, justified true belief is a definition of knowledge in the Western tradition. So knowledge must be certain knowledge. So this is the basis of justified true belief. It says that certain knowledge must be believable. It must be true and justified. So according to Plato, his justified true belief theory, he says that for a piece of knowledge to be valid, you must be able to believe the statement. Your belief has to be true and your belief must be justified. So that means one to claim that he knows something, and that person has to meet the criteria of knowledge, that is justification, that is truth and belief. So when looking into the nature of knowledge, one can be said to know something or to have knowledge of something if it is justified, true belief. So meaning someone has a belief is justified in having that belief, and that belief is actually true. So let's say I know something and I have a belief in that something. So I have justification in believing in that something, meaning my belief in that something is well supported based on good evidence and reason. And that something also is in fact true. So this would classify as my knowledge of that something. But first of all, let us look into, let us look at the belief. What does it mean to believe something? According to justified true belief, you can only know what you believe. So for example, if I do not believe that Kingston is the capital city of Jamaica, then I will not know it. Even if it is true. Even if it is true that Kingston is the capital city of Jamaica, but if I don't believe, I do not know it. So that's belief. Now, truth. We look at truth. Truth has to correspond to the real world. It is a fact. It is what is the case. The knowledge claim is truer rather than false. So statement must be true if we claim to know something. So for example, I can't claim to know that Queen Elizabeth is alive if the truth and fact is she's dead. So Plato says that knowledge is based on truth. Knowledge without truth is not possible. So that's truth. So the next thing I want to look at is justification. The knowledge claim is justified with adequate evidence. So justification is more on evidences or evidence. So there should be adequate evidences that give us good reason to believe something. Now, adequate evidences means that the evidences enables us to know something, as I said. For example, picking up things randomly. like picking up a card and I say, this is Jack Spade. So even if it is true, I can't claim to know what I know because it is not justified. I was just by guessing that I pick it and I say it's true and it turns to be true what I pick. So that's justification. So if we try to take out any of the criteria, and it does not become knowledge, because in the Western tradition, for you to know something, you have to believe, and what you believe has to be true, and it has to be justified. So if we take out any of these criteria, then it is not knowledge. So you could have a belief and it could be true, but if it is not justified, it is not knowledge, it is just a guess. So likewise, even if a belief is justified but false, this would obviously not be knowledge. Because as I have said, in the Western understanding of knowledge, for one to say he knows something, the three criteria of conditions has to be met. So let's say I saw the tree 2 minutes ago and I left the scene and it was immediately cut down. So my belief that there is a tree somewhere around the road is entirely justified, but it is false, and so it is not knowledge. So the only way I can claim to know something is if I have the belief and I was justified in having this belief and this belief is in fact true. Only then I can say I have true belief, I have true knowledge. This makes perfect, sense, and it is a reasonable and logical approach to epistemology.